I'm just glad to be here, and I'm glad to be with my brothers. I've been wanting this to happen a long time, but God knows what He's doing, and we just have to trust Him. And I love Him. There's no one else like Him. I've gone through so much this past 3 years, but I yet stand and say there is God. So I am so happy to see all you guys doing well and strong and handsome. And
I know that's right. It's the mama. The mama and my dad.
Yeah. It's just a blessing. It's just a blessing.
Hey, look, I've been through so much pain, the storm and the rain. Know it's better days ahead. I wish the sun would shine again. Life ain't always been sugar, so let me make it plain. Family always been the motto, but distance we remain. One sister, 12 boys, still can't believe you're gone. Saw you laying in that casket, reminisce when I was young. You would tell me right my wrongs, the only way to make it right. Learn to put your faith in God, cause it's a calling on your life.
I just want you guys to know that the enemy is mad about this. When Mom first talked about coming home for Christmas, I put on Facebook telling the devil's gonna get busy, so stay prayed up. That's what I put. And I always tell you guys to stay prayed up because he's angry. He doesn't want to see this union because it's been so long of him trying to tear it down because how strong we are. We don't even know the strength that we have. But I know the lives that we have touched. And I know who my mom and my dad is. And I just love you guys. And I ask that you guys either hear the call. It's either yes or no. Yes or no.
Hey, since you angels sent from heaven, and I miss you by the day. Every minute, every hour, conversations on replay. You would tell me not to worry. Everything's gonna be okay. So I'm releasing all this pain while these tears run down my face.
We want to thank you for viewing the W.C. McClinton Christian News Show. On today, we have some very special guests. One of our guests is a return from our last previous show, so keep your eyes and ears and open for that. We want to also give a shout out to Bishop W.C. McClinton, which is who made this possible for us to be on the show. We want to thank the CEO of the show, Bishop W.C. McClinton, for letting us just ride on his wings. This has been going on for years. As you know, I've been hosting since '89. And he was been doing it way before then. So we want to thank him for just laying a foundation that we can continue the show on today. So we shout him out for sure. And also his wonderful wife, Doris McClinton, my auntie. We want to give you a shout out to First Lady of 37th Street Baptist Church and to the 37th Street family. We want to also shout you out near and far because they're everywhere. They're all over the place. And we want to thank you. And then to those that are viewing for the very first time, we want to just give you a big shout out and welcome you to the show on today. And just kick back. We only got 28 minutes, and so you just enjoy the show. Now, this is a show where all news is not bad news. I know we're looking at our TV shows on today throughout our TV, and we see the news. And there's hurricanes, oh my goodness, hungry. Well, let's put it in a category like this. We have the White House to my house, and just a lot of issues going on that may not look good at the time, but we know who's in control. This also is a Christian show, so you want to hear us on here, advertise anything, then to get it right and get it together. And the choice is yours on who you choose today. We're not here to push any religion on you, but we are a Christian show, and we believe in our Father, our Son, and our Holy Spirit. The Father is the creator. In the book of Genesis chapter 1, we don't believe in the literature. We believe in the original Bible. A lot of people have issues about certain religion, and it's only to cover up for the religion that you made up. I had to take a pause there. So you can understand where I'm coming from. I have studied all religions so that I can also not be ignorant on what a religion is. So I found it more comfortable into a religion that I was raised in, and that religion, we believe that God is the Father. He created everything. There was nothing created before, He created everything. But He also, because of the things that's going on now, to give us the opportunity to make a decision on who we choose today to serve. We can serve, or we can sell out to the Satan, the straight up we can either have hell or we can have heaven. We can continue to live hell on earth and die and go to hell, or we can live eternally in our spirit, because this here right here, this suit, the skin that's holding this t-shirt, this sweater on today, it's just dirt. It's gonna return back to the dirt. I know you ain't got to believe in no religion to hear at every funeral where someone says ash to ashes, dust to dust. It returns back to the dust. So we want to welcome you again to the show. I had to let you know what you was viewing before you continue to view, so you understand what you're viewing, because we're not here to fake or perpetrate anything. We're just going to keep it straight up and real with you. But this is a news where all news is not bad news, and we want to welcome you to the 37th Street Christian News Show on today, which is again our CEO is Bishop W.C. McClinton. And our very special guest, I'm finna introduce him to you at the time, and start on my far left, we're gonna let him introduce himself to the show. God bless you, my brother.
All right, my name is Shujaa Weldon. I'm from San Diego, California.
All right, and then we have the return guest again.
Yes, my name is Ray Magee, and I also from San Diego, and now I'm living in Oakland.
All right. Now we started off the show with you on last time, and you gave us some really good backgrounds that really focus on how you came through and how you made it through, and now that you've made it through, you're helping others behind you. But we stopped at a point, and I'm gonna try to guess where we stopped at. I believe we stopped at a point where you was going through. I remember the bicycle.
Yeah, the bicycle. Yeah.
I remember the bicycle.
Yeah.
And then I remember you got the bicycle back. You have to watch the show. We only have 28 minutes, so I'm just trying to rush through. But you had a bicycle, and then the bike was given back to you. And you had an issue with the bike. Somebody tried to take the bike from you when you was a young lad. Young lad. When you was a young man, and then from there we're gonna start.
I was from the last show. I was telling you that I lived in Oakland from 8 to 12.
Right.
And originally from San Diego. My mom moved out here for a job, so I was living. I had a 10-speed, brand new 10-speed, and my aunt had bought for me, and I wanted to bring it. She lived in San Jose. I wanted to bring it to Oakland, and she just kept on saying, "No, I don't want you." And I begged, and she ended up letting me bring it over here. But I didn't have it 24 hours. I went to the game room, and from the game room, going back home, the guys was on me. They jumped me, tried to take the bike. I held on to the bike, but they beat me up pretty bad.
To get the bike.
My first butt whipping at 12 years old.
Right.
Really feeling like, I was sheltered, being in the house and, moms, and moved around a lot. But that was my first interaction with the streets is mean.
Right.
Streets is mean.
Right.
People will take what they want and, and hurt you.
It ain't even there.
And they hurt you. So that was my first interaction with being out here in Oakland. So when I go home beat up, I'm the only child from my mom. She literally said, "No, I'm not finna lose my only son to the streets." I moved you in this because I was staying on 36 in San Pablo.
Okay.
And this is in 81. So it was kind of, it was
just popping off.
It was popping off, real tough. So she moved me back to San Diego. Me going back to San Diego with the, the knowledge and the things I seen in that 4 years. Fast lane.
Yeah.
And
at 12, 13.
At 12, 13, yeah. So I went to school with kids. We in middle school and they carrying pistols and wearing trench coats and derbies. They was fast.
Switchblades.
Yeah, they was fast. So me going back to San Diego, they kind of a little slower than what was going on up here. But they had their culture too.
Right.
And it was a gang culture. It was different from up here to down there.
Right.
So I adapted to gang culture, and I was knowledgeable of what was going on.
Right.
So my grandmother she was older at the time, so I was able to get away with a lot of stuff. She, she
was too slow to keep up.
She was too slow to keep up.
She didn't wake up. You was already up.
I'm already up, and then when she go to sleep, I'm up.
Still up.
Yeah, I'm still up.
So grandma wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, she wasn't quick enough. So I'm going outside to the element. And the element was the gang culture out there, and I adapted it. I looked up to the older guys. Right. And I adapted what they was doing just like I was adapting and seeing on this side.
Wow.
And living that fast life, selling drugs, harming people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Taking.
You was going to get it.
Yeah, I was going to get it. Taking stuff that didn't belong to me because they did it to me. I'm going to do it to them.
Repeat that.
Yeah. These are things I seen. This is how you get it.
Yeah.
This is what my young mind seeing. Which,
I'm gonna ask you a question right there because I feel somebody needs to know or should know. Now, when you said you was going to get it, you was taking, you was robbing, you was pull that thing on them to get it.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Knowing that this is another human. Most of them pretty much haven't done nothing to you. It's now if somebody stole from me, I'm gonna go back and get that.
Yeah.
So it's like even to even.
Yeah.
But somebody that's innocent, you don't even know, but you know they got something, so you're gonna go get it. Young. How did that?
At that time, being young the way I was and knowing that guns carry power.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It gave me a sense of power.
Okay.
Where I always felt powerless.
Right.
When people was doing that stuff to me, hitting me, beating me, taking things from me. Okay. So now I'm able to return the favor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm projecting what happened to me back out.
Okay.
So it was a sense of power. Okay. It was a sense of revenge. It was a sense of vengeance and
So that's kind of like what our young people you think is feeling now?
Yeah, it's a lot of neglect going on out there with the kids.
Okay.
Just like it was neglect with me, and they going out there and all they doing is imitating what amongst themselves. They running in a wolf pack. You want to call it it's a wolf pack.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one guy to be like, man, that's what we doing. Man, Shujaa was talking about how it could just be that one dude come home when everything was calm and cool. It could be that one dude out the pack.
Stirred up.
They can kick it up. All it takes, and they gon' go with what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Get in or get out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, we that's just the culture of how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like a get back.
Yeah.
Get back. Generation get back.
And you know what that is? That's survival.
Yeah. The reason I asked that because I think a lot of people needed to know the inside feeling of it because they see the outside. Somebody going to hit somebody in the head with a pistol, take the car and all that.
Yeah.
But how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of a beginning stage of trying to hear the solution.
Yeah.
In a way from the inside out. So how did your journey end up coming through to terms like it is now, and what story did you can pass back to help out?
For me, I started to take a look at myself once I jumped in the back of the police car because I understood I had did something wrong. So the first thing on my mind was I'm busted. So I'm trying to get a deal. You feel me? A deal, because I know this carries some time. But they hollering no deal, and I had a crime. I have a crime. And so they was telling him take 16 years, but I gotta take life, and so I'm saying, well, I was the oldest, I was leading the show, so I'm gonna take that.
Right.
He'll be out when he 35.
My age.
You feel me? So I'm cool, I gotta go sit down. But he didn't take it. And so he ended up catching 20 to life, I get like 40 to life, and some laws changed while we was gone. Okay. And we was able to get back like that, but I took a look at me like, no matter how I was raised or what I saw, at the end of the day, I did the crime. Whatever it was, I did.
Chose.
Yeah, I chose. I made a choice, and I
So
stood
you were
on
strong enough to tough it through, knowing that this is on me.
Yeah, I'm finna sit down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not finna play no games with the court about a technicality and all that.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn from the choice that I made.
Okay.
And
how was the travel through the system for you? What did you see in there that can let somebody know that once they get there, they may see that same thing, or they don't want to go because they see what you see?
I was on my journey early on. I was looking for an example, but I might have found one, but he might have used dope, so I don't get down.
Right.
You know, or I might have found one, but he might have engaged in some other stuff. But what I found was I was the example for me, you know, and so the things that I didn't like about myself, I'm going to change, I'm going to correct. And my strengths and the things I love about myself, I'm going to keep them and do whatever I need to do to get back out. And so if somebody said I was a big homie or OG, or I'm going to use that to get away from this, what we in prison, right? To take some groups to get an understanding so I can understand insight, because that's what the parole board want. And so I got an understanding of that and waited my turn, and they let me out.
Oh, okay. So how much time did you eventually end up getting day to day? How much time you walked through in there?
I did 24 years, 8 months.
And some of the places you been, some of the prisons, because that's a long stretch. You didn't touch down every base, huh?
Salinas Valley, Calipat, High Desert, Centinela, Old Folsom, couple other ones, Wasco, Delano, Avenal,
wow,
a few more.
So in your journey in that, I know that you lost out on a lot of things in life, or a lot of things passed by, like loved ones that you didn't get to see because you was you were sitting down at the time. Do you have children? You have children?
Yes.
And seeing some of your children, some of the events that they start maybe walking or first day at school, a lot of that. How did you deal with that on your inside?
I just tried to write or call and never. I found a way to relate to them and not worrying about why they not, engaging with me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there. So they got to fend for themselves.
Okay.
They got to get it how they get it, just like I got it how I got it.
Okay.
And it was sad times, but I put myself in everybody else's situation.
Okay.
Like I'm not just looking at it, you ain't here for me, you ain't.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm looking at what if the role was reversed?
Yeah.
You feel me? They probably don't have a. Yeah, they probably don't have a.
I'm sorry, I'm on the sideline with the ball saying, this cat is smart. Yeah. Because this is our very first time meeting, but it won't be the last time for sure. But it's so I'm over here, Mr. Gee said, oh, that's a smart kid. Right. This cat is smart. Right. Yeah. So as far as the today's date, because you've been out in what, 2, 3 now?
2 years.
2 years. So you over 24 months been out. So what are the steps you're taking now coming out? Because somebody's viewing might be at that door, just getting ready to come out or already out. And what they wondering how you do it. Because this is a real show. This is not actors. We're not actors. I'm not an actor for sure. So what are your steps coming out look like?
So CDCR afforded us resources in there, right? But upon our parole, our releases, they did the same thing as well. So they offered us a place to stay, no rent, we could work, save our money. So after 6 months, we can have a few dollars first, last month rent. They help us, other programs offer furniture and things like that. So I used that.
Okay.
And I got out of the area where I was from, Southern
Okay.
California.
Okay.
I came up north.
Okay.
I didn't know nobody. I didn't have to be looking
yeah.
behind my back about worrying about something else
Yeah.
from 30 years ago.
Right.
I'm up
Catching
here.
up, yeah.
You feel me? And so like that was huge because I felt like I value my life today. So I put myself up there versus going home.
Good.
And I'm not gonna value my life at home because
Right.
I'm gonna be in places that I know I should. You know.
Awesome. Now, how was your turnaround coming out? Because you've been out for a little while too.
I've been out. It'd be 2 years next month, September 12th. That'll be my 2 years out.
Okay. What would be a message telling the young kids now that we see that's really wilding out? We got some kids off the chain right now.
Yeah.
What kind of message you give somebody that's viewing, even if it's a parent that can go back and tell their kids, hey, look, I've seen Mr. McGee.
Yeah. It took me a minute, man. It took me a minute. I did 30 years in prison.
Okay.
You know, I don't think we never got to the point where I did my time. I did a lot of time.
Right.
But I had also did 30 years in prison, and it took me a minute. I was a hardhead, you know. So a lot of that stuff, it came with maturity for me. Mine came with maturity, but it also came with education.
Right.
You know, I continued to educate myself even when I was in. You know, I always read books and try to educate. I was always taught to learn something every day, and I kept. That was one of the things I kept.
Right.
To learn something every day. Try to learn something every day. You know, and I was. That's what I did throughout the time I was doing. Trying to learn something every day, and by me doing that, it helped me get out of prison.
Okay.
You know, it was a long journey. It was a lot of setbacks. You know, I went to the board 5 times, and they denied me four times out of 5. But it was education. It was education. I'm glad they did me like that because today,
stronger too.
It made me stronger. And today, for me, it was patience. You know, patience. And the number one thing, man, is people like you. Ask for help. Ask for help. You know, that's the number one thing, man. You know, these kids, they feel like it's no way out. But it's not over. It is. You know, all they got to do is ask for help.
Right.
And you can change anytime.
Right.
It don't like, it's over. It's not over. As long as you breathing, you can change.
You got a chance.
You got a chance to change.
Yeah. Now, we talked about something that I want to spread out throughout the network because there may be somebody that's viewing that may help us on this process and this program that we wanted to do. Now, we talked about something you want to do as far as giving back in a major way.
Yeah.
And right now it's social media. Social media is really running the show in all areas. I mean, they got cake classes on social media.
Yeah.
So they got dog training shows on. But there's something you want to do as far as social media. And if you're viewing today, if you'd like to be a part of this, all the information is geared to them. Just tell them Lawrence J sent you, and we're gonna do something for you. And make this happen. So what is?
By me coming in here and seeing what you got going on, it opened up my mind.
Okay.
To I want to open up a podcast, and I came up with the name Real Transformation.
And that name is right now patent. You know that, right? It's been patent right now.
Yeah.
But you don't even have to write it. You can write it down. I'm giving you some game.
Okay, yeah.
Now, when you said that name,
Real Transformation.
It was a second, a minute, and an hour, and a date.
Yeah.
So anybody takes it from this show to it's now patent.
Yeah.
So now the name again?
Real Transformation.
Real Transformation.
Real Transformation.
And doing that show, it's gonna show some.
It's gonna show me going back. You got to go to your past to get to your future.
Okay.
And that today I understand that. I was always running from my past and not solidifying what was going on. What was the underlying issues of all them issues that I had back then. So now I'm gonna get guys like Shu on there to speak on what was your past? What was going on with you? And then what was the transition or the transformation that you had to go through from the streets to the prison and now back to society, the man that you is today. how are you talking like this? You talking with sense. You talking with respect.
Yeah,
you talking with grace. You educated yourself.
Passion.
You know what I'm saying?
Passion.
How did you come to grip? What was the are we moment? You feel me? These are things. So me giving certain people that are we moment, it's like bam. And then you can go into that next stage of why you changed. I know what made me change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to, cause these are the questions I get all the time. They know me from back then. How are you like this today?
Right.
How you change?
We remember.
Yeah. How you change? What made you? So I get a lot of those questions. They be picking my brain trying to figure out how did you change? If anybody
can do it,
I can do it.
You did it. I know that I can do it.
And then the number one thing, man, today I understand it's God's will. It's not my will. I'm just the vessel. I'm working. It's God's will.
Yes.
You know. It's not my. It took me a long time to understand that when they were saying it. Today I understand it.
Right.
You know.
Right. Now, my brother, we got a couple more minutes to go. Now, this is where we're gonna do the shout outs. You know, children, grandkids, great grandfathers. I've already done my shout out. Anyone you'd like to give any shout outs on the show today? Because this show is going to go everywhere. And I know once it's produced, you're going to hook it up and they're going to see it.
For sure.
So I would like you to get some love shout outs.
Oh, yeah. First and foremost, shout out to God. You feel me? Shout out moms, my sister Patrice, bro Prince, Gwen, my daughter Jada, grandson Drayton. You feel me? And all the rest of the peoples. I forgot Auntie Rhonda. You feel me though? All them.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah. For sure.
And you working in a program, right? Working aside with a program, or because you guys have only been out for a few years. A few years. Without giving the name of the program that you're involved in, who in that program would you like to shout out, or anybody that helped you come along these last 2 years?
Brother Shakir, he guiding us in taking responsibility, keeping us focused on the journey. Pastor LJ, helping us, giving us jobs, putting us in these programs, and that's running a smooth program to help us get started.
Good. Now. I know I cut in on you, but I wanted to get some of the sponsors that help, to make it through this here. Now, someone that you'd like to shout out, family, grandkids, kids, aunties.
Shout out to my son, Ray Magee, my mom, mom in heaven, my Aunt Jean, my uncles, my cousin David, been there for me from day one.
Wow.
Day one. He's been there. My cousin Diane, my cousin Reggie, been there. I give thanks to them. I give thanks to the rest of all the family. The ones there's so many of them. I give thanks to them all.
Yes.
So and number one, I give thanks to God. Because I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Him.
Impossible.
I wouldn't be here. So that's the number one. It's God.
Right.
He put me in this position and be right here with you. This ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a blessing. This is a blessing, and I wanted my friend to
get on in there too.
Yeah.
Now we got like maybe a half a minute left, and I'm going to give it to you since we've already been here, Doc. We've already been here, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to give this half a minute to you on some things that you would like to accomplish on your journey for the rest of this tour. That now that you're out for a couple of years, and the world is watching you. And someone may say, you know what, I want to write a check, sponsor this brother on the journey. And what would that idea or creation would be?
For me, coming through where I came from, my struggle, my journey, I just want to be able to give back and not be a hypocrite and, say one thing when I'm doing another, and just help people like me, that's in their struggle, but help the people also as well. Those that's coming up, but they don't want to take that route that we took, and they might need a little help or support too, but they might not be as popular because they come from a different family, or they didn't do this, or they ain't down, or they a bookworm. Like, we're gonna give them some some ups too. You know, we got some for them.
All right. You heard that story? Can you look into that middle camera and give them your name?
Shujaa Weldon.
And it's your turn.
Ray Magee.
And this Pastor Lawrence J. want to thank you for viewing the W.C. McClinton Christian News Show on today. And something that we said today that can encourage your journey on the rest of your journey is what we came here to do, because all news is not bad news. We want to thank our special guests for being on the show today. We're going to have them back. God bless and God keep you, Doc. All right, good show, Doc. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to do this.
Who you guys are. You denied it. So, yeah, here's the ball. Finish what they're starting. Finish what they're starting. Finish what they're starting. Finish what they're starting. Finish what they're starting.
Got you, man. Hey, you finish what we started. I'ma finish what I started, sis. Cause God got control of this. Tryna keep up with the Joneses is evident. Devil, he don't wanna see us win cause we haven't seen. Big bro hit me up and said we needed this. I'm at the bank, I call you back, he told me that it's sis. She got a message for us, bro, I know we got a hit. Hung up the phone, we hit the stool and we came up with this.